Happy day everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about angiosperms under the topic plant kingdom. So let's get into the video. So angiosperms are the first one to have the seeds which are covered. In case of gymnosperm, we talked the seeds will be naked as the ovules are not covered. Here the seeds will be enclosed by the fruits or which are covered. So talking about the height of the plants of the angiosperms, they may be tiny like Wolfia, and they may be also tall to 100 meter, which is an eucalyptus. So they may be tiny and also tall. This tiny is a microscopic one. So talking about the economic importance, these are used as food, fodder, fuel, and also for medicinal uses. And these angiosperms are divided into two types, which are dicot and monocot. Dicots mean within the seed they will be having two cotyledons. In case of monocot, it will be only one cotyledon. So talking about the male reproductive structure is the stamen, which is containing anther and the filament. So in the anther, after meiosis, we will be getting the pollen grains. This is the anther and filament. So talking about the female one, the female reproductive structure is the fistle or carpel. The fistle will be containing stigma, style, ovary, within which ovule will be there. Okay. So if you see, this fistle will be within the ovary. The ovary will be within the fistle, and we will be having ovule within the ovary. Okay, ovule within the ovary. This is ovary, the inside part is ovule. This ovule will be having the embryo sac, which is the female gametophyte. Okay, here we got the pollen grains as a male gametes. Now we will be seeing how here it is formed. So within the ovule we are having embryo sac. The embryo sac is the female gametophyte. So this embryo sac will be having three-celled apparatus. What are they? One is antipodal, one is polar nuclei, and another is egg cell apparatus. Okay, so talking about the three-celled apparatus, it will be having one egg cell and two synergids. These are this. It will be having one egg cell and two synergids. And talking further, it will be having three antipodal cells at the another corner. At one corner, it is having synergids and egg cell, and another corner, it will be having antipodal cell. Talking about the middle part, it will be having polar nuclei. Now let's see how the pollen grain and these egg cell apparatus are getting fused. So the pollen grain which are formed at the stamen will be traveling through a different agent, as you know, water, wind, insect, and reaching the stigma of the pistil, which is the female reproductive unit. So this process of pollen grain traveling to the stigma is called as pollination. So talking about how they are getting infused, the pollen tubes, the pollen grain will be containing pollen tubes. This pollen tubes will be entering the stigma, style, and the ovule, and inside ovule embryo sac is there. No, so in the embryo sac, after it is getting in, it will be producing two male gametes which are haploid. So that's I mentioned again, only two male gametes which are haploid. So one male gamete from here will be reaching the egg cell, which we talked here, and this process is called as syngamy. What is? The pollen tubes will be entering the embryo sac, and it will be producing two male gametes. From that, only one will be reaching the egg cell. That egg cell and one male gamete fusion is called as syngamy, and it will be producing a zygote. So coming to another male gamete, only one is fused with egg cell. So another will be fusing with the polar nuclei, diploid 2n, as I already said. So here the polar nucleus is of 2n, and this male gamete is n. So this 2n plus one male gamete together will form a pen, which is the primary endosperm nuclei, which is of 3n. You can get the point now how it got 2n. 3n, 2n is from female and 1 is from n. Together it will form a 3n pen, which is now a primary endosperm nucleus. This type of fertilization is called as double fertilization, as two types of fertilization is taking place. One is syngamy and one is the formation of pen. Is it clear? So talking about the post-fertilization method, the zygote, here the zygote will be forming as an embryo, and the pen will be forming to the endosperm. This endosperm will be nourishes the embryo, gives nourishment to the embryo, and the ovule will be at last formed as a seed, and the ovary will be turned into fruit. This is how the seeds are covered by the fruits. So this is about the angiosperms. Thank you.